Right, thank you for reminding me. Recording has been resumed. Yeah, what to do with the shark is my least favorite choice in this whole game. We'll talk about it when we get there. No, that's a, it's not a documentary, Wolf Dog. It's kind of a, like, an imaginative telling, based on a true story, that kind of a situation. Live streamer. In fairness, for someone who doesn't know anything about getting into computer stuff, live streamer is really weird to get working on Windows. And I think you could at least agree with me on that, Sachan. It's a weird thing to get working on Windows. So there's a reason we have a whole post just for here's how to get live streamer working on the forum now. And that post is going to stay there, by the way. Okay, so we got to go find proof that the Sith are evil. Man, that's going to be hard. We might have to go 5 feet to prove that the Sith are evil. Behold, the Sith are evil! No, I can't.
That is what a Jedi can do.
Kashi. Bunda, bunda, bunda.
What a Jedi can do.
Actually, it's funny you say that, Shuren. I have Nightbot set up to spam the post like every half hour or something right now. But if you'll give me a moment, I'll pull it up myself. See if I can get there before my viewers did. Or do. Live streamer, a brief how-to. Bzz, bzz. Got there first. Hey, I win. I could full metal, but I mean, I've already cheated a lot. A live streamer does work damned well. There's no arguing that. At least it has for me, I should say. Okay, that was fun. No, Shadow is still in the dark ages of using a Macintosh. Sometimes referred to as an Apple IIe.
Wait, I recognize you. Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive.
They all say the exact same line.
See? As you wish.
This is hilarious. This is just so funny. I forgot. I skipped through part of Jolie's line. I'm sorry, guys. Just to make it absolutely clear here. What Jolie says is, well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right? And then they say, Master, let us do this. And he says, see what I tell you. That's the line. Sorry, guys.
Get it.
For the Republic!
I don't know, Darth Pandemonium. Star Wars already is pretty good about alien races. One of the better settings for that, I think. God, I remember playing video games on my 2E. And thinking they were dumb. They were just, what is this crap? You know. Nah. See you around, Petey. Hope to see you tomorrow. And see you around, Marley. I totally missed that one, too. Hey, Shasa. Shasa? That's such a weird name. Wolf Dog, hang on, let me summarize it as best I can. So yeah, the Sith are evil, and we just proved it. The irony is we may have just really screwed up the political balance of this situation, but it's okay, because we're going to go beat Malak anyways. But this is the kind of thing that if my D&D players had did this, I'd be like, guys, you realize you're about to destabilize an entire political situation, right? Yes, absolutely, Darth Pandemonium. Even though there is a bit of a gray in between the two. But yeah, I absolutely think that some people get too hung up on good graphics as opposed to good aesthetics. Although that has certainly kind of gotten a little better lately. And no, I've not actually gotten Carthonasi's quest yet. So, still working on that. Actually, that's not really Sith soil. This is still Manaan soil. And, yeah. But yeah, I do need to get Karth's quest. I've already heard about his son, if that's what you're asking. Like trying to take over Luvia? Who would bother? Who would do something so insane as try to take over the entirety of the most powerful and well-established kingdom in the world? I mean, just at level 7. Is there a way to... Damn it to hells. Occasionally, little Billy, that has been a thing that's happened in the past. Once or twice. Oh, let's do this really quick. Quick save. Exit the game. Oh, God. Didn't like exiting. Oh, come back. There we go. Okay, we're good, we're good. Alright, let's up again. Oh god, that would make a great song. Instead of if it bleeds, we can kill it. If it has stats, we can kill it. That is true, Infernal, but they are basically kidnapping and torturing people from outside the embassy onto the embassy, so that there's no way in hell they're going to accept the legality of that situation. Whoa, I look different. Oh yeah, that was one of the other mods I installed a while ago, and I forgot to... It's okay, guys. Revan doesn't look terrible anymore.
Warning.
I forgot I even did this mod. I really did. Wee. Oh, if only I could get a good mask. Were you the one lurker who was like, here's this mod for your robes? You probably were, because I'm an idiot. No, I'm under arrest. Okay. You'll never take me alive, copper! Okay, so pay attention to the legality of the situation, okay? The Sith embassy is Sith territory, as was stated. So we are under arrest because we have invaded the embassy. Because we've killed everyone in the embassy. So we're under arrest, basically. We go peaceably because we're decent folk. So, what have I been charged with? Violence. Yeah, okay, I guess that's true. How will you get me free? Okay. I had authorization to enter. Prior association to the Sith. I was on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. Let's get the trial started. Or I could represent myself. You can actually represent yourself at any point in this trial, by the way. So what do you think? Should we represent ourselves, or should we let him represent us? Here, I'll do a poll for it. trust the lawyer. So represent ourselves or trust the lawyer. Bamf. Do it! Do it! Vote it up. Damn it, chat. Head hurty. I'm gonna have to set up a thingy in a moment. I can do that though, that's not hard. No, Summer Haze, it'll be fine. Although there is a distinction. I did not murder anyone in the Sith Embassy. I killed lots of people. There is a difference. But if worse comes to worse, I'll just kill every single one of the Selkath. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So I'm seeing a massive represent ourselves bias, so we're just going to go with that. You must do a better job with yourself, given the crimes you are faced with. Alright, fine. Not guilty. Here's the judges. I was investigating the disturbance of young Selkath. You believe the Sith has something to do with that? I do, in fact, have proof. Bamf. And we're innocent. See, that's the problem with the Selkath. Remember that their legal system is what keeps them neutral, but that none of the Selkath themselves are actually neutral. So all I had to say is, by the way, they're kidnapping your children. And immediately it became personal to them, and they decided, okay, we are officially anti-Sith. The funny thing is, that sounds like a great victory for us, but it really isn't. If they cut off the Sith from Manaan, the next thing that's going to happen is the Republic's going to start getting all that KoTOR, which means the Sith are just going to invade. So that's a no-win scenario. So the only way... This is actually kind of funny. This is another good reason to go ahead and do Manaan towards the end, is because the only way to save these people is to stop the threat at the source. If you think about it, there is no way to stop the threat of the Sith. The KoTOR is too important to the Sith for them to ever let go of this planet by any means of diplomacy or legality or anything else. You have to stop the Sith threat at its source. But it's okay, because that's what we're going to go do. But man, if I was an adventuring party and I just screwed over this planet, whew, I'd feel pretty bad. Well, admittedly, we don't know what their long-term goals are, Darkon. We just know that the Sith were kicked off of the area with no embassy and no ability to be here for the immediacy. We don't know if they actually cut off the KoTOR supply. It would actually be political suicide if they cut off the KoTOR supply. So we don't know if they would actually do that or not. Hell, it would be literal suicide to cut off the KoTOR supply. I've tried, Bowman. I must gather my party before venturing forth. Good night, Al-Sabi. I must gather my Juhani. So, I know Juhani is a confirmed lesbian, but I'm just curious how many people would actually think it's cool if if there was the ability to romance her still in the game. I only mention this because her character arc seems so truncated. I know. It was cut content, but damn it, I really wish they had done more with her character, because there's so many things they could have done with her character and they didn't. And a proper relationship would be a good way to help flesh her out, in addition to everything else. See you around, Tigran. Wish me luck with the underwater section. Uh-oh. Oh, what? What? Oh, God, that expression is giving me a headache. Oh, my God. Why, man? Why? Thank you. Thank you for the donation. We are now... I just noticed we're at 69. I wonder how many people got that joke before I did. We are now at 169. Light side, thank you again, sir. You are awesome. I guess we're gonna go ahead and spare the shark. By the way, I'm sorry to ask this, but can anyone tell me if Gamer Techno is still in the chat? Because it's kind of relevant. I want to make sure he sees this, because he donated specifically for us to kill the slime ball. And we're about to kill the slime ball. Kashi. Rundadingadungo. Kachi. I don't think like that, little Billy. I mean, what Shadow said is actually kind of true in my advanced age. I don't really think about those kind of things anymore. His ice is like, kill the shark. And all the KoTOR. And also our ancient person. Gamer Techno is not here. That sucks. Whatever. Let's go kill the slime ball. Gamer Techno, if you're watching these VODs... We're about to kill the slime ball, I hope. We'll see if the mod works to fix this. Because I installed it specifically to be like, let's do it. Come on, slime ball. Slime ball, slime ball, slime ball, slime ball. Slime ball, slime ball, slime ball, slime ball, slime ball, slime ball. It's... Okay, Raspint, if you donate, you donate through something like PayPal. And PayPal can withdraw money. You can have funds in PayPal, but PayPal can withdraw from a bank, or you can go through a credit card or a debit card. So the money goes through instantly. You are charged immediately. The transaction's immediate. The money is in my account, again, immediate. However, it takes forever for me to get the money from PayPal to my account. In fact, for example, I actually did a transfer already of the money that happened Saturday to help pay a bill that I have to pay this week. And that came out of nowhere, and I didn't even expect to happen. So it's really great that you guys donated, so I can pay the electric bill. Anyways, so it takes like several days for me to get the money. But on your end of things, it's immediate. And Gamer Techno's here. Awesome. Let's find the slime ball. Where are you, slime ball? Slime ball. Slime ball. Slime ball. Where are you? Slime ball. Slime ball. Hello, Nanook's blood. You're not the slime ball. Okay, sure. Where is this jackass? Do I have to actually board the ship? Okay. Where the hell is the slime ball? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're making this happen, damn it. Well, Gamer Techno's still here. We installed a frickin' mod just to fix the fact that we're gonna kill the slime ball. We're gonna kill the frickin' slime ball. Loreruns without electricity. Yeah, the electric bill was about $300, by the way. Summer heat. I'm not asking for more donations. That's why it was such an out of nowhere. Oh God, I'm not sure how to deal with that kind of a situation. Okay, so let's go to a completely different world. Like, I don't know, Kashyyyk. Yeah, it's been typically 90 plus here pretty much all day, every day, and it gets into down to the 80s. Yeah. At night, so. Okay, we're just gonna run around and be like, do. See, we don't have dry heat here. I live in Georgia. We have wet and muggy and swampy heat. I can actually smell the bog at certain points in time during the day. I didn't know where else to go, Lurker. Like, I've only encountered Zor, like, once ever. So we're just going to a planet. It was the first one that I could think of. Hello, come on. Because, Zajon, I was kidding, if it wasn't obvious. You do not actually engender real anger in me. If you did, I probably just wouldn't talk to you, because that's how I usually respond to things that actually piss me off. Because it's that or try to do something, unpleasant, and I'd rather just, be the wounded party and live with it. So you don't actually piss me off. But the jest I was going for is, you like to be like, ah, you're incredibly wrong and stupid, Arshinga. And so that's the making me angry thing. Alright, back to Manaan. Ugh. I prefer dry heat, by the way. I've been to many places in California and Nevada, and I vastly prefer dry heat over wet heat. It is pretty cool gamer techno, although it can bog down the game after a while if you do things in a certain way. Just as it happened back in Morrowind and Oblivion, where flushing the cell data regularly was pretty much mandatory. You keep me on my toes, man. You're like, hey, Arsh, you're secretly evil. And I'm like, wait, no, I'm not. I can prove it. And you're like, okay. Carry on. But, you'll question me about my word choice, because I tend to get lax in my word choice every now and again. Because, I don't actually know why. I just do. Every now and again I get lax in my word choice when I just don't care or whatever, so I'm just like, bleh. And then you're like, wait, you used the wrong word there. And I'm like, well, okay, you're right, I did. I prefer cold by a ridiculously huge margin. I would take the cold any day. My ideal temperature is around 40 to 50 degrees. Oh, hey!
There she is. Get her, men. But remember, don't kill her.
So, slime ball time. Don't worry, guys, he's gonna die slow.
You seem to have defeated me, get there, worm. But I'll have the last laugh in the end.
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean?
You may have killed me today.
Oh, there's my pizza.
The pleasure of killing off your species. Not everyone who fought alongside the Mandalorians did it for their stupid concept of honor. Some of us just did it for the pleasure. The pleasure of seeing your world burn.
You animal! You wretch!
But I'm beyond your petty vengeance now, girl. You can never have your revenge.
I will not give him the satisfaction of seeing me give in to the dark side.
Worm, I killed your people on Kather in the sky. On the ground. In their homes. I hunted them down like the animals they were. Just to see them burn. But the treacherous beasts fought back and left me with injuries that meant I could never fight again. Or so they thought.
No, I will not give it to him.
I ended up in the lower city of Taris, and what did I find? A few of those stinking beasts living there. The male was easy enough to best, but the females proved elusive. I didn't know what happened to them after I killed the male. Until I saw this cursed woman on the auction block. But then the Jedi came and ruined everything before I could have my revenge.
You killed my father. You killed my people. You treat us like animals. You deserve to die.
And he will die. Slowly, horribly, and in incredible pain. And yes, say John.
Embrace your hate. You're no better than me. You're nothing.
I...
No. Let him rot.
Help me, please. Do not let me give in to my anger again.
Your kind always were weak-minded.
No, I will not do this. He may die, but it will not be out of my vengeance.
You coward. You weak.
Damn, that was satisfying. I'm not one for pain, but oh, he deserved that. I hope that was good for you too, Gamer Techno. I didn't mean it like that, I swear. See you around, Bowman. Excuse me, cleaning droid. There's a mess back there. Could you deal with that, please? Thank you.
That man was a beast, a monster. I am glad the galaxy is now rid of him, so he may not harm others again. I do regret, though, that he did not die by my hand.
Yeah, he did. We fought him. Well, I guess, okay, technically, I'm probably the one who actually killed him, if we want to get technically.
I know, but must I always fear the lure of the dark side?
No.
It was for the best. I am glad that you stood by my side during this. We should continue our journeys now. No reason for staying here for this.
I like how that the quiet revenge. I've talked about this before. Has anyone heard me talk about the quiet revenge? I have a WoW story, which perfectly encapsulates what I mean by this. See you around, Infernal. Man, I just be really lagged on chat tonight. Yeah, I imagine some of you have heard me tell this story. I have told it more than once. I'll just go ahead and retell it. Sorry, guys. I'm an old man. We like repeating ourselves. Once upon a time, I was playing World of Warcraft. I know, weird, right? I've only been playing the game for almost 11 years now. Yes, Deutsch. So, not this way. So I'm playing World of Warcraft. And there was an event where I had, long story short, I had to go into an enemy's capital city. And in so doing, I would be flagged for PvP, right? And as I was being flagged for PvP, that meant other PvP players could just crush me. And I'm not much for PvPing in general. I mean, I like organized PvP. I like doing certain kind of things like that, and I do enjoy that, but random, just ganking other people, that's never been my thing. Well, I was Horde. And one of the problems with doing this quest, this little thing that I was doing for a holiday event, was you'd get PvP flagged, and then people would just kill you. Because they're jerks. I want to stress that we're not, like, attacking their NPCs, or ruining their buffs, or doing anything against the Alliance whatsoever. We show up, we hit a button, we get credit, we leave, right? That's all it is, right? So, I'm going to Ironforge. Now, I know WoW's topography like the back of my hand, so let me just go ahead. Yes, I will, Reach. So let me go ahead and give you a bit of a map ideal here, right? Here's Dun Marog over here, right? Ironforge is here. Over here is Loch Modan, okay? Two zones, huge areas, right? So I'm in Ironforge. I go to leave, and someone comes to follow me and tries to kill me because he's a jerk. And after a while, there's two people. Now, in World of Warcraft, if you mount, you can stay mounted as long as you don't get dazed or hit under certain circumstances. So and you can't mount if you're stuck in combat, too. So these two guys followed me down the mountain of Ironforge and then across the road as I'm crossing Dun Morog, and would not leave me alone. They just kept coming after me because they were so determined to get that kill in. They were so determined to just be spiteful, or maybe they were bored, or maybe they're just assholes. I don't even know. But they would not let me go. So they just kept coming after me and coming after me and coming after me. And I'm running, and again, I gave you this visual representation, given it to you. I ran all the way across Dun Morog, entered Loch Madan, and I'm still going. Now, I have a brain, and I'm actually pretty good at tactics when it comes to a PvP situation. So I notice there's one guy missing behind me, and I know the direction I'm going in. So I can tell exactly what happened. One of them decided to go towards Loch Madan. Actually, doubled back to Ironforge, took the flight path to get ahead of me, and landed at Thalamar in order to get out and attack me. I may be getting the town name wrong, but whatever. So I'm doing this, and he does a typical cut-off maneuver. He comes up like this to ensure that no matter what way he's going, with him here, and I'm in the middle, there is no direction I can run in where I cannot get away from these people, where they can't hem me in because of the terrain, right? By the way, no flying, obviously, at this point in time. This was before flying was added to World of Warcraft. At least in Azeroth. So, Old World. And yeah, this was like 10 minutes, by the way. I'm underselling this. This was a 10-minute run across these zones, okay? Finally get here. I see the other guy coming at me. He's hemming me in, and I realize I only have one option. I hop forward, and I start just blowing all my cooldowns, pretending I'm tanking like some Ultra Boss. I was a tank. I was a warrior tank. And I just start hitting every single one of my cooldowns, and out of like sheer, I would almost call it spite, but really it isn't. We've discussed this. Out of sheer bloody-minded persistence, I refuse to hit them back. I refuse to give them the satisfaction of turning on them and sinking to their level and trying to fight back against these people. I know I can't kill them. That's that's completely impossible. I lack the ability to kill these two guys. So I just keep running and hitting my live cooldowns and running and hitting my live cooldowns. Funny thing about PvP flags. If you do nothing to reinitiate the flag, a timer starts the moment you get flagged. 5 minutes. No, it was actually longer than this back then. It's 5 minutes nowadays. But anyways, the timer slowly was ticking down and slowly was ticking down, and I was at about 20 seconds left when this happens. And then the timer hits 0. My PvP flag drops. I have like less than single digit health, basically. I am virtually dead. And the two guys who are chasing me are just swarming all over me. And I just stop dead. The moment my flag drops, I stop. Because I know I'm safe. And they're just like, oh god, yeah. And it takes them like 20 seconds to realize they suddenly can't hit me. And then they just stop there and they look at me. And I just look at them. /bow. Hearth. I denied them the kill, and I denied them the pleasure of knowing that they made me sink down to their level. And that, for me, is the most satisfying type of revenge. Now, this ties into what just happened with Zora there. There's that little bastard squirming on the ground, and he's taunting me, and he's trying to provoke me, and he's trying to convince her to be evil and horrible and do all these things, and all I can do is look down at him and say, "You're pathetic." And so for me, it is tremendously satisfying to look down upon him and just be like, is this all you've got? Is this it? You have already been bested. Accept it with some grace. That's one of my fondest memories across all of World of Warcraft. 11 years, that's still one of my fondest memories.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base? Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manaan is the sole source of KoTOR, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes KoTOR exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manaan anyway. So we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KoTOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Hrakert Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Hrakert Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
Well, see, Summer Haze, I know some of my viewers really hate the interactive donation incentive things, and I know some people really like it. I was actually thinking about what I could do for StarCraft and for Kingdom Hearts donation incentives. I already have a good idea for the Kingdom Hearts one. But I have no idea what I could do for StarCraft. If anybody has any ideas, I'm totally listening. I'd rather keep it down, though, because the StarCraft Lorerun is going to be happening relatively soon. I don't want to seem greedy. Jolie, what are you doing back there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our KoTOR packing room and enter the sub therein.
I'm not trying to taunt you. I'm trying to shove it through the window, man.
And also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
I don't know why they do that, Permeus. But I don't want to get too much talking about WoW right now. I've already talked about WoW enough. Oh, I can't kill the Sith prisoner. Oh, well. Dios, when I was back doing weightlifting, I knew a guy who would do, like, nothing. And I mean nothing. But eat... Ah! He would do nothing but eat, pasta and bread and that kind of stuff. And then he would work out like crazy immediately after eating, and he just did that for days and days, and he got really unhealthy really fast. Ah, you're right. Thank you for the reminder, Reach. Good man. That is true, Lilo. I'll agree with that. I think that problem will go away significantly once we get to KoTOR 2, because like I said, in KoTOR 2 we can do dark side without doing so that'll be a little bit better when we get there. Sure. I believe it, Dios. I've done the whole thing back when I actually did weightlifting. I actually have a plan for things I'm going to be doing in the future once I save up enough money to buy the equipment I need. That's a low priority, though. I got a lot of other things to spend money on right now. Like bills. Ain't that the truth, huh? Something that always bothered me is the sea floor of this area feels like a lot less terrible than it should be for being a sea floor. But there's a theory going around, and I don't know if this is ever confirmed, that helps explain this. The water level in this world is way less than we have here on Earth. I mean, you go to the ocean floor in real life, it's way down there. Just getting to the ocean floor is incredibly difficult. Withstanding it for any period of time is insane. And then while you're down there, you can barely function. The idea here is, instead, like if this was our ocean floor, on Manaan the ocean floor is like up here. So it's much more like going to the base of, like, say, the sea around one of the shelves, around islands and stuff like that, as opposed to all the way down to, like, the frickin' trenches, right? I like that theory, and it's also kind of cool because it helps distinguish Manaan from Earth Standard. Also, thank you, Reach, for your kind words. I appreciate them a lot. Dios, I prefer my own equipment because I have a flaw in me where I can't exercise in front of other people. I've been that way since I was a kid. I really can't deal with doing that. Anyways. So, yes, lava. And I can't wait to show off how ridiculous it gets sometimes. By the way, with regards to what Raspin said, I do have to admit, despite the ocean floor thing, this section is damn creepy.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Why?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now.
Look, Neelix, it's okay.
To close the door after they killed everyone else, but
Neelix!
I don't know how long it will hold.
Neelix, calm yourself, okay? Calm down. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
We have to. We have to leave. The Cellcath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Cellcath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
Wait a minute. The Cellcath killed everyone?
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Cellcath. Like us.
You sniveling worm. I mean, it's okay, Neelix.
Back to the surface, yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible already. We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough for us to escape to the surface. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the Cellcath might have laid their eggs in them.
I love this section of the game, by the way. Except for one sequence, we'll talk about that.
No! I locked the door so the Cellcath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for.
I have no choice.
If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
By the way, not to say this, but I just like to say, Ethan Phillips is actually a very talented actor. I've been pointing this out as we've been going through the Voyager series, and I think he did a damn good job with this mercenary. He hit the perfect blend of crazed and yet still rational, afraid and yet still capable of thinking with his head, and overall a unique blend of sniveling and informative. He just hits a really nice mix there. But then again, I actually like Ethan Phillips as an actor, because I'm a weird guy. Sharks. So, a lot of dead mercs down here. By the way, the Republic is so awesome. Oh, we've lost contact. Let's send wave after wave of hired men after them to see if we can fix the situation. By the way, I agree. This is a great section of implied horror. The Selkath have, out of absolutely nowhere and for no discernible reason, just started killing everyone. Raspin, you did see the shark outside the window, right? Although I guess that could be argued that's just light being generated by the station. I'll show off how dark it is when we get outside, because, by the way, we're going out into the ocean floor. Agreed, by the way, Cashel. Whatever. But you can see the ocean floor down there and the guy. But again, you could argue that's from the thing. Credits don't actually have a physical form, to my knowledge. They're all carried on data chips. Although that's from the modern era. I don't know how that's true in the old era. Okay. Exactly, Mraid. That's why they suddenly went into a killing frenzy. Okay, Lurker. Thank you for the notes. Probably from Django.
No problem. Got it.
Oh, that's right. In Clone Wars, they did have physical credits. I remember that now. See, in a lot of the books around the Galactic Empire era, credits were just a... it was like a debit card, you know. You would have a credit chip, but that would just be attached to an account, right? I imagine both are actually feasible. There probably are, you know, debit cards, credit chips, and physical credits. Now, I'm not saying this isn't deep, Raspin. I just don't think this is deep as Earth's oceans go. That was pretty much my point in a nutshell. Oh, fine, Lurker. God! Okay, so... Condition... Don't care. Wait. No, I care about that. Persuade! Condition. There it is. And... what was the other thing you want to make up? Ah, okay. Time to get... Oh, we already have that. We already have that too. Screw it! Time to get Disable Droid. No, Summer Haze, nobody knows who I am, and so I don't really interact with a lot of other streamers or YouTubers. I'm the unknown guy in the corner, basically. Notice the Selkath are hurting each other, by the way? That's very relevant to explain part of what's going on in the future. Well, they made a point that Republic credits were different than, whatever the hell they used on Tatooine, yes. Multiple different types of currency. Aw, we'll see you around, Raspin. Don't worry, I won't get captured by the Sith flagship, I swear. So... would anyone like to give their personal theories on why the creature affects them so? Anyone?
Got something on you. I don't want to talk. Maybe, but I...
How can I help?
Oh, shoot.
Then I said...
I hope I didn't just screw everything up by talking to Bastila.
Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my private affairs are just that. Private. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again. Ever. You'll
You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
And yet, despite the fact that he ran to Kashyyyk, all he found there was himself. So the only thing he had to keep him company were his own thoughts, his own memories.
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Yes.
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life, perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
That's what I've always thought.
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
True, Reach. Very true.
Nope, never was. Technically, I never rose above the rank of Padawan for various reasons. Does that surprise you? In my case, becoming a Jedi would have been a formality. I doubt the Order and I would have gotten along well, considering my opinions on things such as love. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you. I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. Someone with a great sense of self. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it.
So not only is that massive foreshadowing, but that's probably one of my favorite conversations of the whole game. The very first time I heard that, especially so hot on the heels of the, a lot of books and the prequels have been like, love is wrong and love is evil, the Jedi preach anti-love, blah, blah, blah. I was so pissed off about all that crap that when I heard Jolee say that for the first time, my first reaction was to literally, punch the air, just, yes, that is exactly right. That was amazing. I'm sorry, I just really love that conversation. Great place to be having that conversation, of course, right here, at the bottom of the sea, surrounded by crazed Selkath. Oh, the locker's right there. My bad. We gotta go talk to the locker, guys. We'll do it in a second. Jolee is a really awesome character. I've often believed that Jolee and Revan are the two reasons why Grey Jedi are so popular. In general. I have my own reasons for liking Grey and indeed Silver Jedi. But, yeah. That's my theory on the matter. So, the Selkath thing, right? Now, we know pretty much for a fact... Darth Pandemonium, absolutely not. We know for basically a fact that this creature here has some connection to the Selkath. We don't really know if it's genetic, like it's literally their precursor. We don't know if it's based on the Force. We don't know if it's both. One thing we do know, that hurt. One thing we do know is that everywhere around these maps is being infused with warped energy. I'm not going to necessarily call it the dark side, because that's not really the point. It is literally just warping energy. The Kashyyyk situation, the thing with the crate dragon, you know, everywhere I've been, there's just this. So there is no denying that whatever this thing is here, it was definitely influenced by the map. But we don't actually know how it was influenced by the map, like what exactly it did, and we don't know the exact connection between this thing and the Selkath. That's why I say, what's your theory on the matter? Because we have a few pieces of the puzzle, but not the whole thing. I do kind of like that they never actually explain fully what's going on here, by the way. I like that.
No problem. Got it.
Whoops, that's the wrong locker. Oh, here it is. Okay. Ready.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Nothing here. I'm safe behind my walls.
Damn, that guy does sound familiar.
Investigate. You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walk and fish next. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food.
The Selkath went insane and started killing everybody. I locked myself in here.
What the?
I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
A decent amount, Shady. I actually need a good, real masseuse for my, for my, I guess this is 3rd to about 8th vertebrae. Or no, 3rd to 5th vertebrae, excuse me.
No, that's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the KoTOR is. Few fishies there, and many fishies in between the water. No, that's what the others... Only the... Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you. Is somebody out there? Ha ha! That's what you think? Fishy think that too. These walls and door are 6 centimeters, no 12 centimeters, of durasteel. I'm invulnerable behind my walls. Nobody's getting in here.
When the Selkath went insane.
Only the one.
Whoever does this voice is the same guy who voices Davik. I can tell you that right now. So look up who does Davik, and it's that guy. That actually makes a lot of sense, Pandemonium. It could be literally living force. You can basically cheat/bug him out of there, but you can only do it by killing him. Fisher. Fisher, fisher, fisher.
You shall fall.
So here's a weird question. I mean, obviously, when we deal with this situation, the Republic's going to come in here and take care of the situation. But imagine if we didn't. Imagine if he was just going to be stuck down here and in there until he starves. Do you think it would be more merciful to kill him, or to let him starve in his cage while insane? Luke is without question a Grey Jedi. It's very debatable if he is a Silver Jedi. I don't personally think he is. He adheres a little bit too much to the light-dark dichotomy.
Got it.
You shall fall.
Damn it, Bragan, were you not here at the very beginning of my run Saturday?
May I have a
Oh,
moment? There's something I
finally.
want to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to
Come
the
back
order
to the
discussion.
order.
Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
Actually, Revan's lightsaber is orange. It just looks different in... What, Cashel? This is the perfect time to try and turn Jolie back to the dogmatic side. I mean, the light side. All right. It's a theory of mine, Braywin, that I've had in my mind for a long time, and I've gone on my way to not say out loud because I wanted to save it for this lore run. Dark Jedi uses the dark side of the Force. Sith, there's the 3 definitions of Sith. Light Jedi uses the light side of the Force. Order Jedi, idiots. Gray Jedi uses dark and the light side either equally or just with some kind of mix, but you can't pull it technically. It's not like use the dark side once and then use the light side for the rest of your life. You're not a Gray Jedi. A Gray Jedi has someone who leans on both sides of the Force equally, like Luke, right? Silver Jedi, totally different mindset. A Silver Jedi, depending on how you interpret it, is either someone who pulls completely from the Force directly, straight from the living Force, so just raw Force power, or simply has a new mindset and therefore pulls from the Force in a way that manifests to them equal to them. In other words, Qui-Gon Jinn, Silver Jedi. Jolie Bindo, Silver Jedi. Revan, at certain parts in his history and in my headcanon, after this ends, Silver Jedi. Does this make sense? Mace Windu would be a Gray Jedi, by my thinking, yes, because he does drop on the light and the dark side frequently and regularly. Even though he was a little too dogmatic. But, that was a problem for several people, including Yoda, for example.
I want to stop Malak as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
Debatable, Mandarton, but definitely feasible. The Exile is also debatable because, see, the Exile and Kreia are effectively different. Now, okay, I would actually say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean Kreia, I meant Nihilus. Nihilus uses the dark side kinda, but he kinda also doesn't. In my opinion, and I want to talk about this more later, but in my opinion, they are neither Gray Jedi or Light Jedi or Dark Jedi or anything Jedi. They're not Jedi at all. They're something new, something worse. I like to call them wounds because it makes sense to call them that based on everything. But we'll talk about that later. So that's how I would think of it. Now, Visas, she's not a full wound. At least I've always perceived it that way. I've always perceived Visas as someone who was dangerously and horribly wounded, but not to the vacuous void extent that the Exile was. Not. So she's not a black hole like the Exile, like Nihilus were. So I would consider Visas to be, depending on what you do with her, gray or flat dark. But of course, a lot of these are debatable because some of your choices can affect them. So, yeah. Also, Visas Mar is awesome. I've been asked sometimes if you had to be romantically involved with one character from KoTOR, which would it be? And I answered Visas Mar. No hesitation. I've always loved the camera mechanic. I just wish the interface for doing it was a little better, you know? But I've complained about the interface enough. I can't even imagine doing this until with the console. Honestly, Zajon, I'd be surprised if I don't start KoTOR 2 tomorrow. I only have equivalently 4 planets left, and a couple of those are just combat, 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 combat. Okay, this way. I think the Handmaiden is awesome, and is also one of the reasons why we'll be playing a male exile. One of the reasons. Personally, Wolfdog, I don't think they could have. Not with whom they had at the time. They were completely unprepared for something like that in that era. I didn't say thank you, Lurker. Thank you, Lurker, for the notes on how to level.
Never too old for this.
Male, Zajon. Male exile. Normally I'd be playing a female Revan, but I had to play male to show off my favorite scene in the whole game, which is funny. I know, Last Echo, but my exile has always been male. My Revan has always been female, my exile has always been male. I like the counterbalance thing. Wow, we are really light now, aren't we? I can't... Eh? Oh, right, I don't... Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. Are there other environmental suits here? I actually don't remember how this works. I mean, I don't need them, but... Personally, Pandemonium, yes, I do. Palpatine was never an idiot, and he was always the kind of person who would be willing to... He was the kind of villain who, if the stakes were down, he understands that a world that is better for him. So even though he's interested in himself, and even though he... Even though he's interested in himself, he understands that making the galaxy a worse place to better himself is not going to work. So letting the galaxy burn is not something he would be inclined to doing. At least that's my take on it. That's kind of what I thought, Zajon, just in reverse, actually. Okay, so what did that do? Hang on. We got to spin to win really quick. I missed a donation from Churen. Oh, no, I didn't miss it. I just... okay, Churen, if you're still there, Tor does not include the recent expansions. For many reasons, not the least of which being practicality, and the fact that I don't know the story well enough, or, to be blunt, like the story well enough, in order to Lorerun on it. So, we have a little more money going towards Tor here. There we go. And spinning to win. At least we're no longer 69, guys. That's the real benefit of this. We all appreciate that, Gamer Techno. Our jaws were getting tired. Alright, so. Screw it, let's just leave him behind. Yeah, blah. Let's do it. So this is my least favorite section of, like, this entire game. No joke. This is funny because there's momentum underwater. So, like, I'm not even holding a keyboard. It'll take me forever to...
Who's there? You're not Cellcast, I can see that much.
Yeah, ditto. Pandemonium. I am Revan. The Republic sent me.
I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane cellcaps killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The cellcaps swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy cellcaps. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
Now, given how scared he is, how much of his own urine do you think he's walking around in right now?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the KoTOR harvester they built on the edge of the Hrakert rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed cellcap mutants running around looking for dinner.
Yeah, Reach, give me a moment.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean
glad you
floor
liked it,
right
Cody.
now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the KoTOR harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the cellcat. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Okay. I'll catch up to you. Okay, so ocean floor. First of all, nice thing, like really. We're gonna save. But you see how we can actually see the surface of the water right there? You see it if you look up? I know I can't tilt the camera, but this just makes my point for me. Ignoring the fact that it's really, really bright. That could be argued to be a gameplay thing. But again... But yeah, we can literally see the surface of the water here. So, there's only two ways to look at this. Either this is way more narrow than we think, or it's just a gameplay thing. Both are acceptable, really. Oh, hey, what do you know? So there you go, surface of the water right there. You can even see it moving. Wowza, John. So again, there are multiple ways to interpret this. I just like the idea that the ocean surface is less deep than it is on Earth. That's really it is. I mean, this is like a pool, basically. But I think this is a gameplay thing, but I still like the idea that it is less deep than we're dealing with. So that's why, you know, even if they're like at this depth instead of at this depth, they're still capable of it being out and about without pressure difficulties or the ability, all the other massive difficulties that exist when it comes to functioning underwater. So, you know. Run! Uh-oh. Run! Use the button. Run! Oh god, there's another one! Run, 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 run! I don't even remember where I'm going. Run! Oh god, stuck in a wall. Die, thingy! Run, 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 run. You can use the door. There we go. That could be it too, Dios. There are, like I said, there's actually quite a few different ways to interpret this whole situation. DDO is good until you have to pay for it. If it was a properly... Wait. Yeah, if it's a properly free-to-play game like Neverwinter, yeah, sure. But it isn't. At least last I checked. Hey guys, we finally have a better-looking mask. We have a Sith mask, but we can't put that on. Oh, we can't put that on either. Oh, well. Okay, so... for those of you who've played this game, which is probably like 90% of you, we have a choice coming up. As I've already given away, there's this big whale creature in this area, which is some kind of precursor, maybe, we're not sure. See you around, Gamer Techno. Thank you again for the fun and brutally murdering the guy. So there's this big thing out there, and it's some horribly, wonderfully sacred shark of the Salketh people. Here's the dilemma: we kill the thing, and that's all the information we're given, or we try and fix the KoTOR device to ensure that it stops being crazed. Now, with no other information available, that choice has to be made on its own. And the problem is, the way this is written is the choice is kill the damn thing. Everything about it feels like killing the thing is actually going to be the proper choice. I'm not talking about light side or dark side. I'm talking about, in terms of logic, in terms of mindset, right? Because this is something that is more or less directly causing all this death and destruction, and something that needs to be removed from the equation in order to get this place up and running again, and we know nothing about the possible consequences, right? And the person who argues we should try to save it says we should try to save it on a frickin' hunch. By the way, the person who says we should try and save it, the woman right there, about 2 minutes prior to saying that says, we need to die. Here, I'll demonstrate what I mean. Here, watch, okay.
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
Her.
60 seconds to complete depressurization.
How do I activate my thing?
54 seconds
there we go.
to complete depressurization.
So that woman who is like, kill them now! Okay,
No,
pay attention to that.
No.
That's her, right there.
I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy,
Hey, Pillinal.
everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The frags and sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while. Strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Hrakert Rift project.
So, really quick, you ever notice how the Selkath actually do have really sharp teeth? Nom, nom, nom. All joking aside, that's freaking horrifying.
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then, all the Selkaths started screaming too. And they turned on us. It may have been. Maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift. It could have been. It might have a lair in the Hrakert Rift near the KoTOR vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like
why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the KoTOR. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With KoTOR as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
See, my problem with the constructions of this quest is there's two ways to look at this. There's the way to look at this logically, in which case killing the shark is the best possible option, in my opinion, in my perspective. I know a few other players who hear this. Or there's the way to look at it as if this was a video game, in which case trying to save the shark is obviously the good option. Now, knowing the consequences of this, killing the shark is pretty bad. For those of you who don't know, the idea here is that if we kill this thing, it might actually remove the source of the KoTOR, at least this particular vent of it, which is really bad. And, as I already said, was a sacred creature of the Selkath, which is going to make it so that the Selkath are never, ever going to forgive us, the Jedi, or the Republic for killing one of their sacred ancient creatures. That's the consequences of killing this thing. My reason for not liking this decision is, like I said, it feels stacked. It feels like it was stacked in a bad way. It feels like it was stacked in a way where it's like, you have to choose this, but if you don't, then we'll punish you, punish you, punish you. I just don't like how this quest was constructed. I feel like they were a bit rushed in writing this dilemma and didn't actually make it a dilemma. This really isn't a dilemma at all. It's more like, you know, I don't even know what to call this, a speed bump? That's my only problem with it. It's a minor issue, I'll admit it, but every time I get to this, it's like, whatever.
That would be suicide! It's out there still!
Out there, waiting for us.
The Phyraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Phyraxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the KoTOR.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
I probably will, yes, Shady. The Arkham games have generally been awesome, and I enjoy them, so yeah. Kind of looking forward to the new one. Not Origins, screw Origins, but yeah. So we're going to go ahead and be light side, and we're going to spare the shark. Assuming I can get the puzzle right, because there's a puzzle involved.
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Phyraxan drove all the Selkath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main KoTOR harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Phyraxan shark.
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift. You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture in the entire
which I used to suck at really badly when I was a kid. I don't know why. It's a really simple puzzle.
A liquid at about 4 million Sangin and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
So, yeah, we're going to go and take down the machine. Even though, again, the way they present this choice is just kind of eh. But, if nothing else, the thing that usually sways me towards trying to save the shark is using the poison will cause God knows what to the situation, and we're trying to salvage this situation. Remember, we're trying to make sure that we keep getting KoTOR in a long-term basis, because that's kind of the goal here, and we're trying to make sure we're staying good with the Selkath. So that means keep things on the down low, and try not to do anything big. And killing a massive sea creature is probably going to be something that might turn out badly. So, whatever. Moving on.
Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the KoTOR. You'll have to break into the computer.
By the way, you can kill both of these guys for no reason.
Pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work, and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the
Look,
harvesting
liquid,
machine.
liquid.
Once the shark is dead, we can
Liquid.
get back to mining the KoTOR.
Liquid.
You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
Dude, chill, okay? I'm gonna go kill your brother. I'll be right back. Yeah, Mandarton, there are quite a few like that. All of the... Oh, which one will I start as, War Wager? I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm really not. I might do a vote for people to decide which class I do first. Hate this, hate this. So would you believe the first time I played this, I didn't know about this button to kill the shark, so I just thought you had to dodge them? Yes, I did, Reach. So I just kind of got through here very, very, very slowly and very carefully. And you can actually dodge them. It is possible. It's just insane. Fine, caffeine. Well, no, I don't want to get hit by copyright stuff. I just realized I don't want to get hit by copyright stuff. Not in a Lorerun video. So I'll hum it. Under the sea, bomb, bomb, bomb. Under the sea, bomb, bomb, bomb. Down where it's wetter, things are all better. Take it from me. Okay. You know what? I don't feel like thinking about this right now. I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and look up the solution. I just don't feel like thinking. I have a headache. You can go ahead and make fun of me if you want. It's okay. I deserve it. I just have a big headache right now, and I don't freaking feel like it. So, moving on. Okay. Damn it, that's what I was going to do. Whatever. Because, I mean, that's logical. God, that was frickin' easy, too. And guys, now I'm going to poison the thing. So, hang on, did I do it? I did it right. We're done. That's true, Darth Pandemonium. So I will probably do exactly that. Oh god, the Tower of Hanoi. I'm not looking forward to that. Speaking of doing Tor, right now it looks like we're very much doing Tor. I'm not sure what to make of that. We're literally about to be done with Manaan. Yay. I really wish we could warp back, but no, we gotta trudge all the way back. Yeah. Excuse me. Wait, is there a faster way back? Because that'd be great. I don't care. I just want to get on with this guy, so make fun of me if you want. I don't freaking care. Where am I going? Yeah, over here. Oh, I missed my turn. There we go. This way. No, this way. Okay. Hey, Jolie. Bashla. Surprised you haven't killed each other on back here. Have a heal. Maybe you did try to kill each other. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go. Okay, I'm done. This is funny.
My search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
I'm so sorry, Bandon. You killed Trask.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
3 lines. He gets 3 lines. I don't blame you, Sojourn. Well, I mean, I do, but not that badly. Oh, hey. The Darth is dead. Has anyone ever wondered how Darth Bandon gets down here? Seriously, think about this for a moment. We're in a secret Republic base. How did he know we were here? And how did he get down here? Whatever. And he stole my robe. No, I kid. He followed me and then took like an extra hour to deal with
I was
everything.
beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility? Something was down there? Living in the rift by the KoTOR? It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged? No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map? As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
That makes the opposite of sense, Reach. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go with plot escalator. I think that works much better. Yeah, that's right. Darth Bandon is supposed to be this big, powerful Sith Lord. The guy I just killed in 3 seconds flat. Yeah, he was a Darth. I already talked about that, though. What? Okay. Back to the trial. Yeah. if a force persuade works here. Nope. Okay. Alright. Politics, by the way. So yeah, several of the Salketh knew about the research station being down there. We don't know the full details, but it's extremely heavily implied that these guys actually allowed that whole situation to happen, specifically because they were getting payoffs as a result of being allowed to look the other way. So in other words, you guys talking about how easy it would be to detect this place, it's pretty obvious that they actually knew it was there anyways. But yeah, so we woke up a giant Phyraxid shark. Oh my god. I didn't kill the shark. So we saved the shark, so they're not going to kill us. Well, we cannot show our gratitude overtly. No, you have earned our respect. Trial over. And we're free. Yay. I must gather my party before venturing. Jolie. Jolie. Get over here right now, young man. Yes, that's how old I am. I can tell Jolie he's a young man. We're going to quit. Let's go ahead and quit after the Leviathan, shall we? Actually, no, I got a lot to talk about for that section, don't I? Maybe we should quit now. I don't want to, but honestly, I probably should go ahead and call it for the night now and save the Leviathan for tomorrow morning. What do you guys think? Press 1 for yes, or... How do they try to execute you? Do you just have to fight your way off? Because that'd be kind of cool, actually. Oh, that's a good question, Reach. Well, I've been building a couple of my characters pretty decently, so... hopefully I'll be good if I send them after me. They actually do execute you? That's hilarious.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
First, stop calling me a Padawan.
What is it you would like to...
Okay, nothing with Juhani. I need to get Karth's quest, except I get that on Korriban, don't I? Let's talk to Canderous.
Yeah, what are you... The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it.
How much did you lose?
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor. Only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
And you came to Terrace.
Yeah, I came to Terrace. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Terrace and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Terrace could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting. Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is this...
Okay.
Yeah, what are you...
It's funny, because Canderous is a bastard, but I still have a degree of empathy for him.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Does that sound weird? I don't know. You know what? I am gonna wind down, I think. I'm gonna wind down by playing Heroes of the Storm. Who wants to join me? But for now, we're gonna go to bed. And tomorrow, the Leviathan.